the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this evening the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Cleveland Guardians in the first game of a 3-game series at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, which I just realized I need to switch the background to a night game. I forgot something. Oh, boy. How you doing, folks? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. And the Orioles are back on the field tonight after a day off in the middle of what is going to be an 8-game homestand. Would have been 9, but we had a rain out on Friday for the first game of this homestand. But we split 2 games with the Blue Jays over the weekend, and the loss on Sunday. Folks, there will be books written about John Bacon. Yeah, my new favorite umpire, folks. Angel Hernandez, step aside. There's a new Bacon in town, and he stinks. Folks, look, the Orioles are not playing well. The starting pitching has been shaky at best. The hitting has been inconsistent. Our base running from time to time has been a little suspect, but I can tell you this without feeling any amount of guilt or funny business. We lost on Sunday because of the umpires. Yeah, we could have converted the here or there. We could have pitched better, gave up 1 less run or whatever. But, yeah. John Bacon can kiss BW's lily white patoot. Okay? That's the PG version, folks. It's early in the evening. But anyway, that man is gone now. That man is gone. I use the word man liberally. Anyway, we've got a new series. Who are the umpires? I want to know this first. Who is the umpire crew? I don't care about anything else. We have behind the plate tonight Lance Barksdale. How is this happening? 3rd straight series. We went from Laz Diaz to John Bacon, and now we're getting Lance Barksdale behind the plate tonight? All right, folks. Hang in there. Ought to be interesting, if nothing else. Folks, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for finding it. I'm glad that you did. This channel is dedicated to live coverage of Orioles baseball. I do play-by-play and commentary for all of the games. All of them. What are we? For 15 games in this season. So I'm on a streak of 177 consecutive regular season games called. If you want to add postseason and every spring training game that's available, it's somewhere around 190, 195. So if you want a person who's dedicated, if you want a fan that's passionate and knowledgeable, and just loves nothing more than Orioles baseball and gives you 100% game in and game out no matter what's going on, consider becoming a bird watcher and hit that subscribe button. It's at the bottom of your screen. It's free. There's no commitment, there's no obligation, and no salesman will visit your home. In fact, look at this. In the last stream, even though the result was it was not good, we had a great moment here with the community in terms of driving to hit 2,500, and we passed it, as you can see, with a few to spare, and now we're on to the next. The ultimate goal, which is now we're more than halfway there, folks. If this is a trip, we're on the back end of the trip to 5K, and that's great stuff. I can see the Charm City chat is starting to fill in here. Welcome aboard, folks. Grab a snack, grab a drink. We'll have first pitch here in about 9 minutes. Once again, folks, I do want to just be transparent up front. Right here and now, my sinuses are a show, as they say. It is a mess. I'm doing everything I can to prevent myself from making any noises associated with sinus issues. It's not easy. But I might have to take some breaks, go off mic, go off camera here and there throughout the night, just to be able to take care of the sinuses without you guys having to hear that mess. I mean, who wants to hear that? Nobody. But yeah, that's my excuse for sounding nasally, perhaps, and stuffy. I don't know. So tonight we have Charlie Morton on the mound. This is his fourth start. The first three have been, let's just call it lousy. They've been lousy. Okay, we can point to, he's shown good velocity on the fastball. He's striking out batters at a rate that we haven't really seen from him since pick whenever. That may be all well and good, but bottom line is he got to pitch effectively, and Morton has not. This is a guy we went out to pick up, a veteran for a 1-year deal, expecting that he's going to be able to come in and pitch to, the abilities that we're used to seeing from him. Although, again, with his advanced age, that is the major question mark when you make a signing like this, because eventually for every player, you reach the end of your line, and you can no longer be effective at the major league level. This happens to everybody. Whether or not this is it for Morton, we don't know 100% for sure, but the first three starts have been an indication that is not a positive one. But hey, folks, look, he can still, despite what we've seen so far, go out there and pitch decently. I'm not expecting Morton to go out there and blow a team away, all right? But I'm just asking for this guy to try to keep it to 3 runs and give us 6 innings and let this offense try to do what it should be doing, which is scoring 5 runs or more a game, and then we win, and that's how we win. Hopefully the bullpen will continue to be effective. A little bit shaky last time out, but again, with the umpiring, the fact that we had to use left-handers in a situation against the Blue Jays with a very right-handed heavy team, just things weren't in our favor. And, we're taking on a Cleveland team tonight that, what do they got? They're 8-7 so far this season. So, typical American League Central kind of team and record, hovering at or just above the 500 mark. The Guardians are a very competitive team. They have good pitching. They did lose Josh Naylor in the offseason to the Diamondbacks. We saw him last week. Unfortunately, Charlie Morton coughed up a hanging curveball to Josh Naylor, and that 2-run double he hit off of Morton was the difference in that ball game. But Morton doesn't have to face Naylor on the Guardians, at least. But Cleveland has made some additions as well, and they got Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, They got some players that are very, very, they're pests. That's the best way to put it. They're a pesky team, these Guardians. And you cannot take them lightly. You cannot give anything less than 100% if you want to beat them. So they got Logan Allen on the mound tonight. He is a left-hander. And let me check. Let's see what his stats are early on in the season. He has a record of 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA. Morton, by the way, with a 0-3 record and an ERA of 8.78. Okay, it is now 1 minute past the top of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and get this game up. First pitch should be about 4 minutes from now, and then I'll go over starting lineups in just a sec. And then I'll check in with the Charm City chat, see how everybody's doing since Sunday. Again, folks, we've only played 2 games since last Wednesday afternoon, and here it is Tuesday night. So basically, in 6 days, we played only 2 games, and those 2 games were within a 24-hour window of each other. So it's been a bit of an odd week where, again, we've only basically played twice, and it came in quick succession, and we've had a lot of time off on either side of that. All right, I have the Cleveland broadcast team up tonight. They seem like a couple of decent dudes. All right. Game is up. Starting lineups, folks, for the visiting Guardians. Leading off and playing left field, Stephen Kwan. Jose Ramirez will bat second and play third base. The ageless one, the veteran Carlos Santana. What is he, 39 years old? 40? Playing in the field, first base and batting third. Kyle Manzardo, a young left-handed power bat. He is the DH and cleanup hitter. He's got 4 home runs and 11 RBI so far in the season, tied with Ramirez in homers and the team leader in RBI so far, but he's hitting only 196. Nolan Jones, former Rocky, quite the pickup for the Guardians in the offseason. He's in right field batting 5th. He's off to a bad start, though, 5 for 35. Gabriel Arias is at second base hitting 6th. Angel Martinez is in center field batting 7th. Bo Naylor, brother of Josh, has stuck around with the club. He is doing the catching and batting 8th. And finally, Brian Orocchio, the shortstop, batting 9th. This lineup, folks, other than Stephen Kwan, who is always going to get his. He's hitting 322. He's always hitting 300 and something. Rest of this lineup for the Guardians has been not so good. Ramirez hitting 229, Manzardo 196, Jones 143, Naylor 188, Rocchio 214. Carlos Santana is hitting 250, which isn't terrible, but not great. So, yeah. Let's hope Charlie Morton has it figured out tonight. Here is the Orioles starting lineup. Leading off and playing third base is Jordan Westberg. Adley Rutschman is going to DH tonight and bat second. Tyler O'Neill will bat third and play in right field. Gunnar Henderson is the cleanup hitter tonight, and he's at shortstop. Ryan Mountcastle will bat 5th and play at first base. Gary Sanchez will do the catching and hit 6th. Ced Mullins leading the team at 16 RBI. He's only played in 14 games. He will bat 7th against the lefty and play in center field. Ramon Laureano in left field batting 8th. He's just 1 for 10 on the season. And then Jorge Mateo has made the lineup tonight. He's at second base batting 9th, and he's 0 for 11. So we got 3 batters in the bottom 4 spots of this order that are combined on the season. Gary Sanchez, Ramon Laureano, and Jorge Mateo combined have 2 hits. They are combined 2 for 36 on the season. Now, you might be wondering, what the hell's up with this lineup? This is the lineup that the Orioles have in mind when we face a lefty. You're going to see Jackson Holliday take a seat. Why is Mateo in instead of Ramon Arias? I don't know. That much I can't tell you. Why isn't Ramon in this lineup? That's the one problem I have. You got Sanchez doing the catching against the lefty, with Rutschman getting a chance to be in the lineup as a DH and rest his legs. You got Westberg hitting leadoff instead of lower in the order because of the lefty. You got Laureano in for a guy like a Kjerstad for the lefty. So that's why. But again, where's Arias? You got 3 of the 4 guys at the bottom of the order not hitting at all. And if they continue to do that, then every trip through that part of the order tonight is just going to be an inning of no chance. Like 3 no-chance innings. We're basically whittling this game down to 6 innings at the plate with this bottom third of the order. They need to step up tonight. I tell you what. All right, folks. First pitch should be moments away. Moments. Charm City chat, how the hell are you guys doing? We've got, by the way, at the top of the chat, I've got a pinned message. I had to pin it, folks, because, we have a bird watcher that likes to pop in and leave the first message in the chat for every ball game. Typically, those first messages contain information about maybe a final score line of a game earlier in the day with the Yankees or the Red Sox, or maybe a transaction piece of news. This guy's on the 10-day DL. This guy has been optioned back to AAA. We just called up this guy. Hey, by the way, we do have news about that. Anyway, tonight Calvin decided to go with this. Calvin Barnes, folks. Let me know your thoughts on this. Time for the Orioles to replace Mullins with a younger outfielder, Judd Fabian. Mullins is lacking on defense. Sunday's home plate ump will be losing his job at the end of the season. Well, thank you for the report. Appreciate it. So basically, folks, here's the deal. If the All-Star game was like this week, all right, you know how every team is allowed at least one representative? You know who the representative for the Orioles would be right now if the All-Star game were this week? It would be Cedric Mullins. And honestly, there isn't really a close second. What, are you going to pick a starting pitcher? You're going to pick Gunnar? You're going to pick Adler? Who are you picking? You're picking Ced. This dude says it's time to move on from our All-Star. First pitch is a called strike, and that is off the plate. By the way, folks, it's Jackie Robinson Day. So a nod of the cap to Jackie Robinson, everybody wearing number 42. Stephen Kwan looks at a pitch that looks more like a strike than the first one did, and that one is a ball 1. So already this umpire has called a ball a strike and a strike a ball. This is amazing. 1-1 pitch is up and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. We are underway in Baltimore, folks. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Got a light breeze blowing out to left center field there, it looks like. Here's a ball hit in the air to left. Laureano is standing right in his tracks, and he makes the catch. A little bit breezy out there. You can see some plastic bags blowing around out there. It looks like that scene from American Beauty. So you got Laureano, Mullins, and O'Neill left to right in the outfield. Westberg at third, Gunnar at short, Mateo at second base, Mounty at first, and Gary Sanchez behind the plate. Here is Jose Ramirez, switch hitting, perennial all-star. This guy does it all. He is a hell of a... He's one of the best baseball players out there. There's no doubt about it. He hits this one to left. Laureano is going to back up a couple of steps, and now he's moving. And that breeze might be an issue tonight, as Laureano suddenly had to move quickly to his left. But he makes the catch in front of the track for the second out. Good start so far for Morton. Folks, I'd like to tell you about the big crowd tonight at the yard, but you might need to fill in some seats with some AI people, because right now it's looking kind of... Here's Carlos Santana. He takes a breaking ball a little bit low, perhaps. Ball 1. And the next pitch is popped up, but out of play behind home plate. 1-1 on Carlos Santana, switch hitting veteran first baseman. This dude has been around a long time. Like when this dude broke in the league, I was still in my 20s, I think. This pitch is fouled away. Against Charlie Morton in his career, 4 for 11 is Santana, and 2 of those 4 hits have left the yard. One-two pitch. That one's hit in the air to right center field. Moving to his right is O'Neill. He makes the catch, and folks, Charlie Morton. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, go the Guardians. And that's enough for me to get excited. That got me excited. I mean, come on now. Was that turned down too much? All right. Hey, look at that. There are the hitters due up next. Westberg, Rutschman, and O'Neill. Remember, O'Neill against lefties. Ooh. I'm ready for some offense. You know, it would be typical Orioles for Morton tonight to finally pitch like fantastic. Like he gives up 1 run, and then we go out and score like 13. You know, a night where the offense is doing everything, but Morton didn't need the help. You know, like that would probably track for us, I think. Hey, Charm City chat. That I didn't get the chance to see. Did anybody? Is no one in full agreement with Calvin about Ced Mullins? It's time for him to go with a younger player, because Ced Mullins is, by God, he might be 29 years old. Cedric Mullins might be 29 years old. Oh, he's 30. Oh yeah, get rid of him. Oh my God, ancient. You 30-year-old. I remember when hitting 30 meant like you were hitting like your prime. What happened? I don't know. But, yeah. Great take, Calvin. I'm going to go ahead and now remove your message, because that is just plain redonkulous. Logan Allen. He's made 2 starts so far. He's only gone 10 innings. So by my math, he'll give you 5 innings. Opponents are hitting .306 off of him. That is good to see. We have Rob, Mazzo, Shante, Robert, Ronnie, Baxter, Jacob, Ryan, Evan, Janet, Daniel Barry, Josh, David, Rod. First pitch, Westberg pops it up on the infield, foul ground. The first baseman, Santana, will make the catch only about 10, 15 feet from home plate. 1 away, Westberg pops out. Hello to Joshua, El Duderino, Dingleberry's back, Michael, all the regulars, Evan, Coldest, B. Ravens, and Edward. I think I got everybody. Travis, there's a called strike to Adley Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
And, yeah, do me a favor, folks. If there's anything in that chat area that was directed right to me, I just ran through and made sure it said hello to everybody. If there's anything you needed to tell me, just type it again, @mention me, so it shows up orange on my screen. That'd be great. Adley Rutschman with a 1-1 count. He takes low and away for ball 2. Rutschman's average at .259. He's got 3 home runs. Hitting from the right-hand side. And that pitch is a called strike just on the outside edge. 2-2. Allen kicks and deals, and that's in the dirt. Full count. So we're at home all week long, folks. All week long. By the way, I got a lot of stuff to update you about in terms of here's a swing and a miss. Rutschman chasing ball 4. Looked like a changeup low and away. Adley probably thought that ball was going to move into the zone, but it just stayed out there and dropped down. No chance for Adley. 2 away. And that'll get up Tyler O'Neill.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
Janet, you're not going to be happy with tonight's home plate umpire. First pitch to O'Neill's high for ball 1. We went from Laz Diaz to John Bacon. And now tonight we have a home plate umpire / crew chief, Lance Barksdale. That's right, folks. Lance Barksdale. This pitch is low to O'Neill. Count is 3-0. Avon Barksdale from from The Wire. Yeah, Lance Barksdale. Yeah, you don't want him in Baltimore, man. He's making deals. Here's a pitch. Popped up on a 3-1 count. Just a high, lazy fly to left, and Kwan will make the catch to win the inning. Well, nothing doing for either team at the plate in the first. We go to the second inning, no score. We got a lot of Wire fans in here.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
That drop is from The Wire.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
This is from The Wire.
This being Baltimore and all. This being Baltimore and all.
And then there's also this one.
Call it the Baltimore Miracle or some shit.
That's what's that guy's name? Who's the best guy? Oh God, I haven't watched that show in forever. Who's the best detective? The chunky black dude. Who's the chunky black dude? What's his character's name? It's killing me. I forgot. I wouldn't have remembered Avon Bunk. Thank you. Bunk. That's Bunk.
Call it the Baltimore Miracle or some shit.
You can tell with that voice of his. Call it a Baltimore Miracle or some S. Price of the brick going up, Marlo. God, you know what? That show is so damn good. I got to go back and rewatch it. It's perfect. It's actually a good idea because I'm sitting here and I can't remember character names, like major character names. So it's been long enough. I'm going back and I'm watching The Wire. Hey, what's your favorite season? You know how every season you got sort of a different theme. You had like the Docs as a season. You had like the Teachers as a season. You had your classic drug cartel season. I mean, it's got to be the one with Omar meeting his fate, right? Oh, Janet, it is. Yeah, isn't that season 4? I think there's 5 seasons, right? And season 4, I think, is the one that's got like the Omar showdown. Anywho, thanks for the reminder, folks. I know what I need to watch. Charlie Morton is on for his, is it 6 seasons? Wow. I did not realize that. 6 seasons. What was the 6th? Huh. I hope I've seen the whole show. All right, folks, here we go. We're in the top of the second. Kyle Manzardo is at the plate. Morton. His first pitch is a curveball dropping in there for a called strike. See, it said 5. Thank you, Alan. See, I thought you're talking about one of my favorite shows. I'm like, 6 seasons? Another curveball in there. Strike 2. Morton getting ahead of Manzardo. 2 good-looking curveballs. Now I want to see him just put a guy away instead of goofing off. This pitch is outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Alan, you have the whole DVD set. So is it 5 or is it 6? You got me and 2 other people saying 5. This pitch is low, check swing. The appeal, no swing, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a hot take there, Danny. I didn't know we were all related. You have 6 seasons. So if you buy the DVD set, you just get a lost season that nobody else has had the pleasure. I want season 6. 2-2 the count on Manzardo, leading off the top of the second. Pitch, curveball off the plate, and after an 0-2 count, the count is run full. This is what I'm talking about. It was nice to see him get ahead 0-2. Got to put him away. Pitch. That ball is fouled off. Still 3-2. Yeah, was there maybe, Dylan, yeah, is the corner, is that like a, what do you call it, a spin-off? Yeah, you might have like a spin-off, or maybe there was like a, I don't know. Sometimes, oh, that ball's hit well to right field, but right to Tyler O'Neill. I thought it was hit harder than that. Luckily, I did not read it off the bat very well. That ball is straight to O'Neill in right field for out number 1 here in the top of the second, no score. So, yeah, the corner was before the... Yeah, a lot of times shows will have like a pilot show or sort of a version of the show that comes out earlier. And then if you... The coroner or the corner? What, Alan, what are you watching over there? Want to know the count on Nolan Jones. Next pitch is curveball outside, 1-1. This phone sucks. It can't be worse than my phone. 2-0 pitch. Curveball, that's a strike. Morton throwing a lot of curves so far here in the game. And he's been throwing them for strikes for the most part. 2-1 pitch. That one is in on the hands and popped up. First base side, foul run, Mountcastle, long run, and now the wind is taking it away. He makes the catch along the railing of the photographer's pit over there. Well played by Ryan Mountcastle. Again, the breeze in the ballpark is definitely having an effect on pitches hit in the air.
Okay, mount up. Okay, mount up.
Nice play, buddy.
Besides that, it's on the reflexes.
2 down. And here's a first pitch swinging bunt that is going to roll, keep rolling. It dies on the foul line. Unbelievable. Hilarious. Gabriel Arias with a swinging bunt. And folks, you can't roll this down the line any better. That ball kicked off the lip of the grass, started going foul, and then just stopped right on the line. 2 down, runner at first. What a way to get your first base runner. Here's Angel Martinez. He takes low for ball 1. Martinez hitting .500. Just 10 at-bats, though. 5 for 10, 3 RBI. But that's a nice start, regardless. Two down, runner at first. On a bizarre hit. 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. Westberg did right. He did charge the ball, and as soon as that ball started to kick off the lip of the grass, he let it go. But if that doesn't sum up the first couple of weeks or so of this season, here's a ball popped up. This should end the inning. Shallow center field. Gunnar is calling everybody off, and he makes the catch, securing it with both hands like he should, and this inning is over. Morton allows a hit, but it was a freak hit. Otherwise, 2 innings, 7 batters, and yeah, he's doing all right. And how many strikeouts for Morton? 0. I've noticed something. Charlie, don't worry about striking guys out. Worry about just getting them out. Boom. We've solved it. We've solved the curious case of Charlie Morton. Might he be helpful? Might it work? Hey, folks. We're pretty early into the ball game here, but guess what? I'm going to remind you, if you don't mind, I just said mind twice in quick succession. I don't like that. Can I start over? I would like to point out to those a gentle reminder that if you haven't hit the like button on this here stream tonight, please do it. Please do it now. We've got a break. The sun is coming up over here. It's 6:26 a.m. local time. By the way, the next 2 evenings, the ball game will start a half hour earlier than tonight. We had a 7 o'clock start time. We're running it back to 6:30 on Wednesday and Thursday night. So don't forget, get here a half hour earlier than you did tonight. Tomorrow. Hey, Sean Finns, how you been? I'm up with the birds. That's what I do. I'm a bird watcher. And see this with this green screen. Wait a minute. Can you see through the mug? I don't know. Sometimes it's invisible. I don't know. Broken wings. Key to the series, broken wings. So take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. When we hear. Hey, Gunnar Henderson's up.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
First pitch. Hit on the ground, foul off to the right. Man, Gunnar loves going after that first pitch, doesn't he? He is Mr. Ambush. Yeah, how about you go up an octave, huh? How about you go up an octave? What am I? You want me to do? Chop off my cojones? We got a 1-1 count. Fouled back, 1-2. Hey, you listen here, Mister. See what I did there? Broken wings, Mister. Yeah, it does feel a little weird, doesn't it? Gunnar in the cleanup spot. Pitch. Taken for a called strike 3, and that was right down Broadway. What is going on, Gunnar? I mean, you're talking middle, slightly up. That's a location batters wait a week to get a pitch right there. All right. That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle now.
Okay, mount up.
Made a nice play on defense already in this one. Pitch up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mountcastle went yard in his last game. It was the first example of a home run that counts in our new dimensions in left field. That ball cleared the left field wall probably by about 10 feet, but it would have been about 20 feet short in last year's dimensions. 2-1 pitch off the plate outside, 3-1. Anybody in the mood for a bugle? (3-1). That is swung on and missed. Again, it looks like another changeup. Allen has a good one in terms of making it look like it's his fastball. Here's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and down goes Mountie. My goodness, Orioles are struggling so far against Logan Allen. I mean, come on. Morton finally looks like he might be able to do decent tonight. And Allen has struck out 3 of the first 5 batters he's faced. Here is Gary Sanchez, just 1 hit on the season. He takes low for ball 1. All right, so now we're getting into that part of the lineup. Now look, if the first 5 guys can't get on base, now we got Sanchez, Laureano, and Mateo, along with Ced Mullins, but against a lefty here. It's 2-0 on Sanchez now. Next pitch. That one's a line drive right to third. It's dropped, though. The shortstop will pick it up, throw to first, and still get Sanchez, who could not have possibly been hustling. I mean, he wasn't even taking full strides when they flashed over toward first. What is Sanchez doing? He is not booking it down the line. There's no way he was running as hard as he could there. There was no way. And I'm telling you right now, folks, for me, that is a major. That is a major. Like, you want to piss me off? Like, you're on my team. I'm here to support you, especially when so many others want to jump on players unnecessarily, and I got to go out there and defend. Well, I can't defend that, Gary. That's garbage, dude. Dude, you're making 2 starts a week. You got 1 hit. Run. Yeah, that's not good. But what can you do? He's our second catcher. It's not like another part of the team where, you're not gonna hustle, then you'll sit on the bench. No, he's gonna be on the bench most games, but it's not like his playing time is gonna be altered because of some sort of disciplinary action. You can't. He's a second catcher. We paid him $8.5 million to be a second catcher. You got to do better than that, man. I mean, what kind of example are you setting for the rest of the team? Not only are you got your buddies in the dugout there trying to hit, you're out there catching Morton. Morton's like, what the hell, dude? If you beat that out, maybe we rally and score. You're working in tandem with Morton out there as well, man. Come on, Sanchez. You got to get your act together, dude. Yep, $8.5 million for a backup catcher. That was our luxury ad. Instead of reallocating some of that money, getting just a non, home run impact catcher to back up, $2.5 million. Could have taken $6 million and turned a guy like Andrew Kittredge into a guy like Tanner Scott. That's all I'm saying. Here is a breaking ball from Morton outside to Bo Naylor, and Naylor with a 2-0 count. He's hitting just 188. Inside 3-0. I don't think Basayo is going to be called up that soon, Ravens, especially with the most recent setback. Basayo currently on the shelf. And in fact, that's a good reminder that I still need to go over a lot of injury updates for this team, and there are a lot of them. That is ball 4. A leadoff walk by Morton to the number 8 hitter, Naylor, with his 188 average. And again, the walks from Morton, that's been driving me nuts more than anything. He had 5 walks in his last start. That is Even if he goes 9 innings, that's bad. Brian Rocchio at the plate is taking a curveball outside for ball 1. Another switch hitter in this Guardian lineup. Runner at first, nobody out. The 1-0 is high, 2-0. Come on, Charlie. Let's get it going here. Mr. Hyde has a point. But don't forget, Mr. Hyde, he has a sac fly, so there's an RBI. You have to hit a sac fly. Do you think he can hit a major league pitch at least 315 feet or so, deep enough to drive in a run, Mr. Hyde? Give that fan a contract. 2-1 pitch. Curveball outside. 3-1. I think Basayo has a shot as a September call-up. I think he is a September call-up kind of a guy. Much like Mayo was last year, much like Kjerstad was the year before that. Here is a check on the runner at first. He's back. He fits the mold as that dude that is ready to be an impact player next season, and you give him a cup of coffee in September when the rosters expand. There goes the runner. Swung on, and that ball is hit into center field, and the runner is going to go first to third. And the Orioles are in trouble here. First and third, nobody out, with the bottom of the order doing the damage. Jeez Louise. Here we go. Here we go. And it's the top. It's exactly what you don't want, folks. First and third, nobody out. And now Kwan and Ramirez, the next 2 batters. And first pitch to Kwan is head high for ball 1. Oh, boy. I mean, this is almost impossible. Kwan flew out his first time up, but man, he is one of the very best contact hitters in the game. 1-0 pitch. Off the plate. Come on, Morton. Throw some strikes, man. Come on, dude. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to get your back, man. I'm trying to show support when you show some positive signs. 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. Not close. Pitch. That's a strike. Taking all the way is Kwan. 3-1 the count. Pitch. Right down the chute. Kwan taking it. Full count. I'm shocked Kwan let that pitch go. He must have been convinced Morton was throwing a breaking ball. Payoff pitch. First, a check on the runner at first, and he's back. It's a lovely looking skyline here in Baltimore. Payoff again, and the runner is off, and that is outside ball 4. Another walk. Bases loaded, nobody out for Jose Ramirez. If that phrase doesn't strike fear into your heart, then consider yourself ridiculously courageous. Drew French is out to talk to Morton. Might be time for that lucky. I tell you what. This is not the situation you want at all. Bases loaded, nobody out, and one of the best clutch hitters in baseball coming up to the plate. We need a miracle. First pitch, right in there for a strike. Morton was, I guess, hoping Ramirez would take a first pitch. That was a very hittable location. 0-1. Come on, Blue. Give us that outside edge. By the way, the broadcast I'm watching tonight. Oh, here's a replay. That ball did break outside. Okay, fair enough. It rode the outside corner all the way to the last second. This is low, 2-1. Can't fall behind any further than this. Nowhere to put him. Nowhere to put him. Two balls, one strike. Pitch. Hit in the air. This should be caught. It should drive in a run. Somebody call off the other guy. Mullins calls off Laureano, and I got to tell you, doesn't wind up really making a factor as the runner at third comes in to score and makes it 1-0. First and second do not advance. But folks, in situations where a ball can be caught out there with runners on base, and you got Laureano with one of the strongest arms in the league, and then you got Mullins with one of the weaker arms. And let Laureano make the catch. If we're going to have to throw the ball back in, you gotta let Laureano take that one, in my humble view. Here is Santana. He takes a first pitch strike. 1 out, first and second. And Santana's a double play ball candidate if you can get him to hit it on the ground. That would get us out of the inning. Pitch way off the plate outside. And that's the thing about Morton that's driving me nuts, is you can see debris just blowing around. Again, it's like that scene out of American Beauty. Bags are just being lifted and whisked to and fro. It's beautiful. Look at that pitch. This is what I'm talking about. Head high. Where is the control, man? Do you have any idea where the pitches are going, dude? Yeah, there's flags blowing in opposite directions right next to each other on the flag court. There's a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, yeah, we might be in for another weird game where not the umpires make a impact on the result, but the weather does. 2-2 pitch. Sliced foul off to the left. We'll do it again. Morton's up to 51 pitches right now. Umpire gets a new batch of balls. One to nothing Guardians. We're in the top of the third. 1 out, first and second. The 2-2 pitch. That is fouled off to the right. We'll do it again. Santana was on mescaline at Woodstock. Hey, man, that stuff will creep up on you, man. You got to be careful with that stuff, man. Got some of that adrenochrome. That ball's hit hard but foul on the right side. Still 2-2 on Santana. You took too much, man. You took too much. Too much. Eighth pitch to Santana coming up. Here it is. That one's tagged to right. Coming in is O'Neill. He makes the catch with his hat coming off, and a snap throw to second, and they get him off the bag. Tyler O'Neill throws a cannon to second base. The base runner can't believe it. It's a double play. O'Neill left his feet to make that throw. He threw it so hard. It couldn't have been more than 30 feet away. 30, 40 feet perhaps. Popeye. Holy cow.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
Let me tell you something. If I make a catch in the outfield, you better be on base. I'm gonna throw you out. Skibbity-skoo, skibbity-skoo. Well, blow me down. And if you don't want to blow me down, blow me any which direction. Just blow me. How you doing, folks? I need a Lucky. While this coffee is still lukewarm. We're going into the bottom of the third inning. We got the bottom of the order due up. Mullins, Laureano, and Mateo. Come on, Jorge. Come on, Jorge. That's right.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get late.
Good evening. Oh no, I got to keep on calling. Said, you know what to do.
Well said, now you know what to do.
It's Jackie Robinson Day across Major League Baseball, folks. Said Mullins. First pitch to him is a breaking ball inside for ball one. Just 75 miles an hour. Slow curve. Whoa, look out. Next pitch. That one catches the outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, knee-high outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Folks, if you haven't heard, Said Mullins apparently needs to be off the team because Judd Fabian is the better option right now. I didn't say that. 2-2 on Mullins. And that is a wow. Wow, that's not a okay. Full count. Okay, come on, Said. Payoff pitch. Outside ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right, here's what we got to do. We've got 2 guys coming up right now that can't hit, but we've got speed at first base and nobody out. Steal second, move him to third, and drive him in, and he can do it all without a damn hit. Can we play small ball and tie this game? Laureano takes a called strike. Said, why aren't you running? I want this series of events. Steal second. Move him to third. Move him in. That pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count. A throw over to first. Mullins is back. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. I wouldn't bunt him here yet. I mean, Laureano is supposed to be a good hitter against lefties. But if you get Mullins to second, if he can steal second, then, Laureano could hit a fly ball to right field, and that can get him over. Rather than just sort of giving up the out. At least give yourself a chance to get something, and if not, still move the runner. Second check on Mullins, and now he's got liberty to take a big lead. 3-1 on Laureano. Let said run. Take a pitch. There goes the runner. It's a swing and a miss. Mullins swipes the base. Laureano swung at what would have been ball 4, but you know what? If he did, Mullins wouldn't get the steal. All right. That is the first part of the recipe. Mullins steals second. Full count on Laureano. Make contact and get him over. Any which way that you can. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch right in there. Damn. All right, this platoon thing ain't working out, man. It ain't working out right now. Here's Jorge Mateo. Looking for his first hit. Yeah, we might need Mullins to try to steal third at this point. There's a called strike. Nine games Mateo has played in this season so far. That pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Rob was here at the very beginning. Rob let me know earlier tonight that he's not going to be around, but he will be around for the next couple of games of this series. 1-1 pitch. Check on the runner at second. Mullins is back in. Well said. I mean, here's the deal. If Mullins tries to steal third and gets caught, then Mateo makes the final out, and we got the top of the order up. Mateo with a foul ball. And that's 2 strikes. Our 2 fastest players are involved right now. One at second base, one at the plate. 1-2 to Mateo. Curveball. That one's hit in the air to left center field. Backing up on it. And see, that would have been what Laureano should have done. Mullins will tag and go to third. But now there's 2 down. If Laureano does his job and and Mullins is at third, that drives him in. Again, all without the need for a hit. But we're going to need one from Jordan Westberg with 2 down right now.
Well, West is that way.
Two-out magic, folks. First pitch. Taken for a strike right in there. Come on, folks. Let's tie this game up. Pitch. That one's just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue, you're show me the replay of that. Where was that pitch? Westberg asks for time after that call. Now, the broadcast I'm watching, the drawn-in strike zone is not live. And, yeah, that pitch was low. Westberg got hosed again. 1-2 pitch. Up and in, and he fights it off. A foul ball, 1-2. Westberg was at the plate when he got hosed by Bacon in that final game against the Blue Jays, and Brandon Hyde got tossed trying to defend his batter. This pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. Whoops, wrong one. Wait a minute. I guess we should be over here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Mullins at third base. And the pitch in the dirt, full count. Full count. Come on, folks. Rutschman on deck. Payoff pitch. Hit on the ground, foul, and Westberg hanging in there. They're playing the bugle at the park. We're playing it here. Pitch. Hit in the air, right side. That ball is going to be dropping in foul territory. On the field of play, just about 5 feet to the foul side of the first base foul line, or right field foul line, I guess, once you get that far down. Full count. Nothing but charges in the Charm City chat. Payoff pitch. He takes it. Low, ball 4. Great eye, Westy.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right, it's Adley time.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
And we're getting a visit here from the Guardian pitching coach. And the entire Guardian infield has joined the coach with Logan Allen in the middle.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
2 down, runners at the corners. The first pitch to Rutschman is off the plate, low and away for ball 1. Ball 1. Come on, Adley. You love hitting from this side of the plate, right? This is your better side. That ball's high. 2-0. This bugle's getting a workout. "2-0. And Adley swings, and that ball is crushed, but it's going foul. Oh, my. Adley a little early. He had designs on an Earl Weaver special. 2 balls, 1 strike. Remember, folks, Gunner's hitting cleanup. He's not on deck. O'Neill on deck. 2-1, and here's a throw at first. Westberg back in. Allen up to 53 pitches now. He's got the sign from the belt and the pitch. Breaking ball popped up. That'll end the inning. Caught by Santana, the first baseman, on the infield. And the Orioles strand 2. They still haven't got a hit through the first 3 innings, but that's the closest to a rally we've come to. We need to start getting some hits. We head now to the 4th inning, 1-0 Cleveland. Be right back. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. All right. All right, let's see how quickly I can run through some of the news and notes. Mike Elias had a bit of a press conference in the dugout earlier this evening, and a lot was gone over, particularly with the injuries to so many of our players, mostly pitchers. Let's see. I'm going to try to run through these as quickly as I can. If I don't get to them all now, we'll get to them all throughout the game. So here we go. Zach Eflin. Quote, he continues to feel really good after coming out and hitting the IL with what we hope is a very mild lat strain. He's going to start playing catch in a few days. We'll have to see how that goes and kind of take it from there. But so far, encouraging with the way he's felt since being injured, and I'm hopeful at this point that his stay on the IL will be measured more in weeks than in months. But again, kind of see how he responds. He's starting to play catch. There's your Zach Eflin update. Grayson Rodriguez, quote, recuperating from the sore tricep elbow injury that he had in spring training, he's thrown 2 bullpen sessions now. His most recent one had off-speed pitches, spins as we say, and he's got another bullpen day after tomorrow. So far, he's tolerating everything well physically, so that's good news, but we still have a lot ahead of us in terms of bullpens, buildup, live BP, ultimately rehab assignment, and I'm not ready to assign a timetable to his recovery yet. I know that he's doing everything he can to strengthen up and get back to help the team as soon as possible, but we're not at the point yet of kind of ballparking when that's going to be, but he continues to feel pretty good. Here's a breaking ball by Morton and a called strike 1 to Kyle Manzardo leading off the top of the 4th. We got more news to go over, and we'll get to it in the next break. This ball's hit on the ground, and a diving stop by Mountcastle flips it to Morton, covering the bag, 1 away. Nice play.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
It's all in the reflexes. How you doing, folks? Here's Nolan Jones, and he goes after the first pitch and smacks it to left center field. That ball's hit pretty deep, but Mullins has space about 10 feet in front of the track and makes the catch, 2 down. If Morton can get this third out quickly, he's on a decent pace of about 15 pitches, 16 pitches per inning. Gabriel Arias at the plate. He had that swinging bunt his first time up. He takes up and in for ball 1. Having a pretty good start to the year. 283 on the average, 3 homers, 7 driven in. 1-0. Swing and a miss. The high cheese from Morton. I think that was at 94 miles an hour. The 1-1. That one's fouled at the plate. 1-2. So there you go. That's pitch 60 right there. You got 2 strikes and 2 down, trying to get through the 4th inning. Right on 15 per inning. Pitch. Check swing, and he went around on a high fastball, and what a terrible swing that was to win the inning. So a strikeout for Morton.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
It's on the offense, folks. I refuse to believe that Logan Allen is unhittable. We need offense. We need a hit. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Cleveland. We got the heart of the order coming up. O'Neill, Gunnar, and Ryan Mountcastle. All right. Folks, there's about 100 of you here right now. And about 62% of you have hit the like button. 38% of you have not. We are in the middle of a break. And this would be a perfect time to get a tiny little favor out of the way. If you don't mind, just tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. It helps out the channel tremendously. It might not seem like it, but it does. The more likes, the more YouTube says, there might be something to this here channel. Let's kick it up the algorithm a little bit and maybe let a few more fresh eyes get a gander at this guy's channel. That's what it's all about, folks. So please, if you don't mind, hit that like button if you're listening to me. Wow, that number is not moving at all. We've got 32 rather stubborn people here right now. You mean to tell me 1/3 of my audience, a third of you? Now there. Okay. See, I don't want to guilt you into this. I don't want to play the guilt card. We'll check back in on that later. All right. First pitch is, that's a replay. Never mind. I'm like, boy, Tyler O'Neill looks like he's lost his biceps. That's just Jordan Westberg on a replay. So Logan Allen, through the first 3 innings, has struck out 4 batters without giving up a hit, and he's given up 2 walks. It's time to get some hits. Time to turn on the faucet. Here is Tyler O'Neill. And he hits one on the ground, and shortstop has to hurry. He does, and O'Neill grounds out on 1 pitch. Man, oh man.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
Good Lord. I think Logan Allen is doing one of those things that baseball is always referred to as a crafty lefty. He's not overpowering us at all. It's just he's mixing in those off-speed pitches. And I guess with the way his release point is, the way he's tossing, it's really tough for the batters to identify what pitch it is until it's well on its way in. And by then we're stuck. 1-1 pitch. Gunnar with a swing and a miss. Jeez Louise. That was 77 miles an hour, and he was way out in front of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. Still looking for our first hit. Pitch. Low, 2-2. Crafty. Craft. The 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. That was a high fastball. Now, the good news on Logan Allen is that typically first time through the order, he is pretty good. Opponent's hitting just 200, but second time through, they're hitting 333. This one's popped up behind home plate. A foul pop out to the catcher. Gunnar. Come on, dude. Struck out his first time and a foul pop up behind home plate for his second AB. Ryan Mountcastle, it's your turn.
Okay, mount up.
Takes a pitch. Backdoor slider, I guess, on the outside corner for a strike. Good God. Wake up, guys. That one's outside. That one left Allen's hand a little early. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Shortstop picks it up over to first. It's a high throw, and Mounty's going to be safe. Rocchio with the wild throw from short. Mountcastle will reach, and I think we're still hitless, folks. I think you got to call that one an error all the way. Runner at, and it's not only is it an error, it's a two-base error, as that ball went into the camera well, apparently. So Mounty gets second base, and that's huge with 2 down. A base hit will score him. Here's Gary Sanchez. He takes high for ball 1.
Release the Kraken.
Come on, we got to take advantage of their mistake. We don't have a hit yet, but we got a runner out there in scoring position. This pitch is low, and only just low. That could have been called a strike. It is 2-0. Borderline pitch goes our way. Come on, 2-0. Hit on the ground, foul. Man, a 2-0 pitch right down the middle of the plate. And Sanchez can only hit it softly foul. Come on, buddy. You remember how to hit, don't you? This one's fouled away. 2-2 on Sanchez. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Pitch. That one is fouled away. We'll do it again. Next pitch from Allen will be number 70. The Royals have a 2-0 lead over the Yankees. That game halfway over. The 2-2 once more to Sanchez. Popped up. Left field. Coming in is Kwan. He's got it. And the Orioles strand another base runner. Another runner in scoring position. We haven't got a hit yet, but we're leaving men out there on base. At the end of 4, 1-0 Cleveland. My goodness. Oh, boy. Ay. Oh, let's get back to the report. Are you ready for more report? Of course you are. I have a captive audience. Nice and captive. All right, Albert Suarez. Quote, Albert Suarez had a strain the first couple of days of the season. Subscapularis muscle region in the front part of his shoulder. It's a large muscle strain. Fortunately, it's not anything that portends sort of negatively long term. This is something that's going to take a while to heal. He is still in the healing phase. He's a few weeks away from testing out playing catch. We'll just kind of let him rest up and heal. Not at the point yet of assigning a return ballpark date for him yet, but it's going to be much later in the season, consistent with what we originally said. Andrew Kittredge. Remember him? Kittredge, coming off the knee surgery, this is a quote, continues to fly along with the rehab. He is throwing bullpens. We could get him into a live BP the week after next, and once you're at that stage, you start to talk about rehab assignments a few weeks after that. So all said, there is a possibility that he puts himself in position to be activated before the end of May, but there's a lot of time left there. But so far, it's moving along at the front end of his recovery. So yeah, end of May for Kittredge. That's about a month and a week. Kyle Bradish. Quote, I don't have a lot to report there. He threw a bullpen the other day. Went great. Feels great. Knock on wood, this is kind of flying along in terms of what you hope for from a Tommy John surgery. He's still another guy with everything we'd want to do to get him back in game shape and build him up and return to skill that we've been thinking about any sooner than kind of the later half of the... That was a word salad. Anyway, look for Bradish second half of the season. He's on track. Okay. Tyler Wells, another arm that's down. Folks, I'm not even halfway through this list. It's time for a new inning. And Morton's first pitch is outside for ball one. Top of the fifth. We'll get back to the never-ending injury story in a minute. That ball's hit to right. Going to hang up there for Tyler O'Neill. He's backing up. He's near the wall, and that ball hits off the wall. O'Neill misplays this one, and that's going to turn what should have been a double into a triple. Ball gets back in there. Good strong throw toward third, but that is a leadoff triple. Unbelievable. That's Angel Martinez, who came into the day hitting 500, 5 for 10. Now he's 6 for 12. O'Neill's got a hell of a throwing arm right there. That was a hell of a throw by O'Neill after misplaying it off the wall. Bo Naylor looks at a called strike. I mean, that ball nearly got the runner at third. That was like Jose Guillen back in the day. If you know, you know. 1-1 the count on Bo Naylor, who walked his first time up. Came around to score the only run of the game. The 1-1 popped up. And gonna get out of play. I think we've had two runners in scoring position, Ravens. We had that runner at second in the last inning, and we had first and third. All right, this should be a sac fly. Naylor to right. O'Neill will throw the ball in, but no chance to get Martinez. Throw is offline anyway, and the Guardians now have a 2-0 lead. It's a sac fly RBI for Bo Naylor. And that is how both of the Guardian runs have scored in this 2-0 game right now. 2 sac flies. It's almost like you can win games and score runs without the benefit of a hit. You can, you can drive them in. Brian Rocchio looks at ball one and now looks at ball two. Next pitch from Morton will be number 70 with 1 out here in the top of the fifth. 2-0 Guardians. Pitch. Outside 3-0. .30 pitch. High ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to the number 9 hitter. How many walks to the bottom of the order, guys, has Morton done in his 4 starts? God, it's enraging. It's enraging. Stop walking these guys. Make them beat you, man. I get being careful to the best hitters, but not the guys at the bottom of the order. Here's Stephen Kwan with a runner on base, and that's a called strike, and we get the benefit of that one. That looked about an inch outside. Check on the runner at first. Nothing doing. Special lucky time. The 0-1 to Kwan. That ball is ripped down the right field line. It's trouble if it's fair, but that will go just foul. Wow. No, did that go? That's fair? Oh, that is gross. God, man. 2-run homer, and the Guardians have doubled their lead twice in this inning. It went from 1-0 to 2-0, and it's gone from 2-0 to 4-0 on a 2-run homer down the line. I mean, did that ball go through the foul pole or what? 4-0 Guardians, and Charlie Morton is back to another Morton-like start. 4 runs in 4 1/3 innings. No, it wasn't a laser shot at all, Dingleberry. It was a pop-up, it looked like, off of Kwan's bat. And it was already, like, on the line right off the bat. That ball typically will just start hooking foul eventually. It never did. That ball was inside, and he turned on it. I mean, on that play, I still don't know how that's fair. Unless it went through the pole. Two and two on Ramirez. And that ball is drilled in the center, but going to drop in front of Mullins for a base hit. Jose Ramirez with his first hit of the day. And yeah, this is starting to get ugly. Again. Well, Robert, you say I'm funny, but it wouldn't be a first time that a ball's made it through the pole. The pole has that sort of crisscross metal design where I remember vividly Mike Devereaux hit a ball through the left field foul pole at Memorial Stadium. Here's a ground ball that gets past Mountcastle, and what is this play by Mateo? I don't know what he was trying, but it didn't work. That's an infield hit. And, yeah, another hit. Yeah, by the way, you might see Blewett tonight. Colin Selby was optioned back to AAA. Blewett, our newest acquisition, is with the big club tonight. Kyle Manzardo is coming up, first and second, one away. And Drew French is out there with Morton and Gary Sanchez. Sanchez has his arm around French. I'm glad they have camaraderie. I'd be a little bit happier if we weren't getting our asses kicked. Oh, man, I can see an Oriole fan over the shoulder of Santana first base. He's pissed. Well, folks, if you thought things were bad now, Cino Perez is getting loose in the bullpen. Our worst option out of the pen is our solution to this particular situation. Hey, Calvin. You want to tell us more about how Sed Mullins should take a hike and be replaced by Judd Fabian? I'd love to hear more on that. Owen won the count on Manzardo. Pitch is high, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. 80 pitches now for Morton. The 1-1. That's a breaking ball. Had the plate but low. 2-1 the count. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, actually. Yeah, Dan, I just said it. Cianel Perez. Two pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Manzardo. That's the second out of the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
2 down. Nolan Jones. 0 for 2 tonight, hitting just 135 on the year. Seems like the kind of a guy you ought to be able to get out. Pitch is... Where is that, Blue? Jesus Christ. That was ball 1. That was a strike. Umpire called it a ball. 1-0. Here's a 2-bouncer to second. Mateo over to first in time, and the inning is over. But the Guardians get 3 runs on the board. A sac fly and a 2-run homer right down the right field foul line by Stephen Kwan. This game is half over. It's been all Guardians. They lead it 4-0. We're still looking for our first hit. I mean, what is going on? Time for that special lucky. Still no follow-up on the Ced Mullins hot take? I don't get it. You're here. I don't get it. It's really strange how people say stuff, but then when called out on it, then they do that thing like Homer Simpson where they just backpedal into the hedges, and disappear into the bushes. Hi, Matt. I don't know. I don't advocate for anybody to, pick up the habit of luckies. But if you've already got it, a special lucky habit, I'll tell you this. I would have had a nervous breakdown or 12 by now if I went for a good old special lucky. Anytime the chips are down, anytime something ain't going your way, reach for a special lucky. Get a whole new outlook on life. I'm feeling better already. Thank you, special lucky.
I mean, I'm a Lucky Strike fan from way back, so.
Ced Mullins, first pitch. Takes a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Ced.
Well said, now you know what to do.
0-1. That one's lined. And a base hit into right field. The Orioles. It takes Ced. You knew what to do.
Well said, now you know what to do.
We have a hit. Somebody call the Baltimore Banner. We've got a hit. Here's Laureano.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
That's assault. Pop up on the first pitch. First pitch? And this is what we do? Can of corn in center field, 1 down. Mullins stays at first. I mean, here's the deal. If you're running hot, if you're going really good, swing at the first pitch as often as you like, whatever you feel. But if you're one for the season, if you've got one hit on the season, take a frickin' pitch. Work a frickin' count. And hopefully you wait for a better pitch than the one you got on the first one there. Mateo at the plate, he's got a 2-0 count. I mean, this is pissing me off, man. Cody Ashe, hitting coach. We need to talk. 2-0 pitch. And on a 2-0, Mateo pops up like 150 feet away. Shallow center field. Terrible. Just terrible. Up and down this lineup right now. I'm telling you right now, Logan Allen is not blowing anybody away. We are... I mean, God, just hit the reset button. Come on. Here's a pitch off the plate to Jordan Westberg. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, West is that way.
One 0. Hits the top of the zone on the outside corner. 1-1. 2 down, runner at first. Mullins maybe not as much of a chance of stealing, down 4 runs. This pitch is in the dirt. That would have been a good one to run on. 2-1 on Westberg. And you can see the wind out there rippling through the back of the jersey of the pitcher, Logan Allen. When's this windiness going to help us? Here's a foul ball. 2-2 on Westberg. We need some help from the elements. We need some divine intervention up in here. Two. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside edge. Westberg's unhappy, but that ball looked like it did just kiss the outside corner. It was a perfect spot. And yeah. Like, honestly, we need to have a mid-game meeting in the dugout right now. Like, call an audible. Anything, any approach, any new philosophy implemented immediately can't give you worse results than the ones we've had so far. That's 5 innings of nothing from the offense against a pitcher that, I'm sorry, should not be shutting you down. So whatever the game plan was, toss that into the garbage. And, switch it up. Try something else. And how's this for analysis going forward? When we're facing left-handed starters, I don't want this to be our lineup. Okay? Like, I get it. You went out there and you tried to get platoon type of players that can make us strong against pitchers from either side. But here's the deal. We got 3 guys in this lineup that can't hit, okay? I don't mind that you play one of them against a lefty, play 2 of them maybe. You can't let a third of our order. Again, didn't I bring this up at the top of the show? That basically with the order like this, you're basically just punting 3 innings away every time through that part of the order. It's just not working. So, look, when we face a lefty, I get it. You want to keep Adley in the lineup, and playing Sanchez, you need to do it as a backup catcher one way or another. So Sanchez, he needs to get his. But don't give me Laureano and Mateo in the same lineup. That's ridiculous. Not the way we're going right now. Pick one or the other. Give me a lefty Holiday over Mateo, or give me a lefty Kerstad over a Laureano. This has been BW's rant of the night. We're in the top of the sixth. Charlie Morton's out here. He's on 87 pitches after a first pitch ball, and now there's a line drive base hit in the left for Arias. So I don't know why Morton's out here, but obviously we need some bullpen activity here. In the sixth inning, down 4-0 already, and that is a line drive hit. Morton's given up 7 hits now through 5 innings plus a batter, and here comes the move. That's it for Morton. Here comes Perez. Oh, boy. You know what this game might wind up being? There's only one. Hold on. Where the hell is my... There is only one explanation that I am willing to accept with how we've approached this game with the lineup card, with the fact that right now that we're going to our worst bullpen arm. We're basically punting this game. But you know why? There's only one. And again, if this isn't why, then Brandon Hyde, to me, is making mistakes up and down the shot. But look, he might be like, look, I know Morton's starting. If he gives me a fourth clunker, I'm done with him. And if we fall behind, which we have, I'm going to throw Perez out there. Because as far as our bullpen goes, he's the weakest link. This could be a game where we just watch the final contributions, if you want to call it that, from some of our ineffective players. And the same might go for Mateo getting a start. You know what I mean? Like, this almost feels like Brandon Hyde's like, all right, all the crappiest players on our team right now, here's your last chance. Like, come together, make something happen. But as you can see, it's not working. It didn't motivate anybody, apparently. It's not making anybody do better out there. I mean, I can't say on CNL Perez yet. He's just entering the game. But Morton, Mateo, Laureano. I get why you use Sanchez. I get it. You have to use your backup catcher. Not necessarily for this game after an off day, but in general, you know, you're going to need to have Sanchez in the lineup a couple of times a week. But yeah, that's the only thing that's going to make me tolerate what I'm watching right now is like tomorrow I wake up and I see this guy's been DFA'd. This guy's been taken out of the rotation and put in the bullpen. This guy has been DFA'd. And this guy is now sitting against a lefty with another guy in his place. That's what I want to see. So if this is it, if this is like the final show me something or we're moving on from you kind of a game and we got to take a loss to do it, if we got to look this bad in order to finally make some moves for the long term, then I can accept that. Otherwise, this is garbage. And we're underway in the top of the sixth, and we got a 1-1 count on Angel Martinez. Runner at first, nobody out. The 1-1 is hit on the ground, foul off to the left. Now that I've gotten through my TED Talk, Charm City Chad, what are your thoughts? What happened? What happened here? I'm okay with that comment. Here's a ball hit on the ground and past the diving glove of Mateo into right field. It's another hit. Perez has faced one batter and given up a hit. So his whip has gone up. What is his whip? It's well over 2, isn't it? It wasn't a terrible pitch. I mean, that ball was barely touching the top outside corner of the plate, the zone there. All right, here's the lefty, Bo Naylor, lefty on lefty. I mean, if you can't get this dude, and Naylor's going to bunt, and Perez, man, you had a play. Dude, you had plays. You could have at least gotten the guy at second. Are you kidding me? That bunt was right back to Perez, and he just throws it right to first. There were plays, dude. There were plays. What the hell was that? Am I wrong, Charm City chat? Are you watching along with me? Were there not plays? Am I overreacting? That was insane. First pitch to Rocchio is fouled back. 0-1. 1 out, runners at second and third after a sacrifice. It was right. Perez was on it within like a half second of the ball contacting the bat. It was boom. Like he had time to not only throw to second, but like plant and unbelievable. And then we'd have a double play set up instead of second and third. This ball's in the dirt. Check swing, no swing. 1-2 the count on Rocchio. I am just at a loss, folks. I'm at a loss. The 1-2. Low and in, 2-2. I apologize that I have standards for the chat that are a little bit finicky, okay? But this ball is hit in the air. Left center. Laureano going to make the catch. Tagging and coming in to score from third base is the 5th run of the night, Arias. 3 sacrifice flies for the Guardians tonight. It is now 5-0, 2 down, runner at third. So an extra base for that trail runner moving second to third. No, now they've moved the icon back to second. Never mind. I was paying attention to the scoreboard icon. That runner's still at second. Here's Stephen Kwan, 2 down. And this one's hit on the ground, right side. Mateo can't even stop it from going into the outfield, which will allow a run to score. Holy shit. It is the earmuff 8th inning right now. Let it all out. Curse up a storm because we're playing like shit. This is disgusting. You can't even just keep it from going into the outfield to prevent a run? Just get a glove on it, you dope. All right, I'm breaking my own rule. I just called one of my players a dope. So what am I going to do about it? I got to punish myself. How can I punish myself in a way that will let you people know that I mean what I say? All right, I'll turn off the ads. I'll turn off the ads on this game. I'm doing it right now. I'm turning off the ads. So I don't make anything from this. Okay? That's what I do. Monetization off. Done. Save. 0-1 on Ramirez, and there's a base hit to left. 2 down, runners at first and second. Cianel Perez is still out there. what I don't understand is between that awful end of the series in Arizona. Remember, we won the first game out there, a chance to take a series. That second game, some weird stuff happened. Why am I saying stuff? Weird shit happened. But then in the third game, we got beaten down 9-0. And then we got off time. And then we had a rain out. And now we've had another off day after an early day on Sunday. Like, we've had time to get this team together and work out whatever the hell's going on. And clearly they didn't do that because it's just gotten worse. This is the worst performance. Umpires got nothing to do with it. This ain't a situation like Garrett Crochet pitching a gem. We somehow make a nice play here on a ground ball by Carlos Santana, backhanded by Gunnar in the hole at short, and a one-hop throw to first. Somehow got there just in time to win the inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's the Guardians 6 and the Orioles squadouche. Yeah, you know what? I feel bad for, I apologize on behalf of Jackie Robinson. Jackie, I hope you're not looking down on our team. And, well, the only way you can look on this team is down, right? Who's looking up? Who's looking up at us right now with the way we're playing? Now, I say all this, folks. Let me just try and explain that I'm not sitting here ready to fold in the towel or throw in the towel, fold the card, whatever the hell the expression is. You know what I'm talking about. All I'm doing is sitting here and getting angry at what we have on this team that are considered to me to be issues. Issues with a team that, if they can be fixed, then this team can win ball games. This is a team that has a very nice roster, despite, if you take the injuries into consideration, it's just, like I said, I feel like the best we can do right now until we get some better arms in the mix, in the rotation, is to just try and hover around 500 best we can. But right now, I don't know if we're able to do that. We're barely playing 400 ball right now. And with a loss tonight, it'll be under 400. They got to do something, man. Logan Allen? Garrett Crochet, I get it. Logan Allen? No. Unless this Logan has antimonium or Illuminati and linium. What the hell is that stuff those X-Men take? Whatever. But this Logan apparently took some before the game because we haven't done a damn thing. Here is Adley Rutschman to lead it off, bottom of the sixth.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Adamantium. Thank you. I can never remember Adamant. I'm familiar with Adamant, the musician. It should make remembering that terminology easy, but I don't know why. I can't remember. 2-0 on Rutschman. We're down 6-0. I mean, there's a pitch on the outside corner at the knees. 2-1 on Adley, who's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Yeah, I don't expect to win every game. I expect there to be losses 45% of the time. Maybe even 50% of the time right now until things get better. Here's a ground ball to third. Ramirez up with it over to first in time. One away in the bottom of the sixth. Here's Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 2.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
O's will go on a win streak. GP3, I want to agree with you. And eventually, something's got to give. And we will get back to Chilo. I'm doing the math, okay? I've already figured out the math. We're currently at 6-9. That's a 400 clip. But thanks for trying to make it sound just slightly worse. I'm sitting here, Chilo, breaking it down. Truth, right? This is what you want, right, Chilo? Me crapping on the team, me talking about everything that's going wrong, and we're looking like shit out there. But you still have to sit there and manipulate a stat just a little bit more to make us sound just a little bit more worse. Just a little bit more worse. Just in case I wasn't putting a fine point on it myself. And that'll be my one interaction with you today. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that is off the plate outside, full count. I don't get you at all. I don't get it. I don't get it. How can I be any more honest than I am being right now about what's going bad with this? And you got to sit there. I gotcha. Well, thank you for the correction of something that hasn't happened yet. Even if it had happened. Good Lord. Tyler O'Neill strikes out looking. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. Yeah, the energy's down, and it's an unhealthy environment. And like I said last season, when we're playing good or playing bad, your boy here is tethered to this team. How they play and what they do is directly absorbed and regurgitated back out onto this microphone by me. So, yeah, right now I sound like a jerk. I hate talking like this. But that's the state of things right now. Here's a base hit up the middle. Gunnar Henderson with a 2-out knock. He's got his first hit of the night. We got to fix some stuff, man. Looks like we're getting a pitching change. That'll do it for Logan Allen. He gets 2 out in the 6th. It's his longest outing of the season and obviously his finest. He did not give up a run. He does have one runner at first, his responsibility, but there's 2 out already. And he is in line with the win. It would take something else to for him not to get the win. We got a right-hander sprinting in from the bullpen. Let me tell you who it is here. I am hopping mad. Paul Sewald. Sewald coming out to pitch. 2 out, bottom of the 6th. Guardians ahead 6-0. Anywho, I'm going to calm down now. Yeah, you got to go at least 6 innings to get a quality start. Which, they do need to amend that whole thing. If you give me 5 2/3 of scoreless baseball, that's a lot better than 6 innings and 3 runs. I get it, you got to put a limit somewhere, but make an exception for a case like his. Well, I'll tell you this. With a new pitcher coming on, it's going to tell us whether or not the Oriole bats are just really just going up there clueless, or Logan Allen was actually super duper effective, and I just couldn't see what it was he was doing that made him so unhittable. If Sewald comes in right now and suddenly we start racking up hits, then, I'll give Logan Allen more credit, I guess, and I'll admit to being wrong. And then maybe he was dealing. Didn't really look like it to me. I don't know why Mateo started over Urias. That was the one area that you didn't have to. Why did you do that? You want a right-handed bat? You got Urias. Where is he? He's been great. And with Gunnar back healthy, we're looking for ways to make sure Urias is getting regular playing time. And you sit him? That one has no answer. That one has zero explanation. I can't defend it. I think it was stupid. Ryan Mountcastle on an 0-1 pitch takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Okay, mount up.
You know, I mean, when things are going this bad, all you can really do is sit there and point out, what. And folks, do you understand what I'm doing that's different than just saying, the team sucks, fire Elias, and stuff like that? No, I'm sitting here and I'm telling you what we're doing wrong and what we need to fix. Okay, I still say this team is talented enough. Maybe we need better leadership. But this roster is a playoff roster that needs some healthy arms to come back. And maybe a trade for a frontline starter would help. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the 6th inning is over. So there you go. New arm, doesn't matter, same result. We're striking out. We're looking like crap. And, I'm not sugarcoating anything. But I hope some of you fans out there can see the difference between just lazily shitting on the team without any kind of analysis or insight versus doing what I'm doing, which is the right way to criticize your team. You know? Oh, what kind of credentials do you have to determine the right way and the wrong way? I know, okay? I'm surprised so many don't know how this works, all right? But I know. This is the right way. This team has problems. If you're still here watching along for the rest of this, consider yourself either a super duper fan or maybe you're into some weird like S&M stuff. Like maybe you like the punishment. I don't know. But this is ugly tonight. As bad as that 9-0 loss was in Arizona, this one feels worse right now. We've been out hit 10-2. Oh, I've been tagged. I agree on paper this roster is playoff caliber, but they have not hit the same. And if we don't get the offense back, yeah, of course, Nicholas. There's no argument there. You can't win games when we're averaging like 4 or 5 hits a game lately. That ain't gonna work. Even if we had a full complement of starters, if we had Eflin and Grayson and even Bradish, 5 hits a game ain't gonna cut it, man. But there's something going on. I mean, Cody Ashe, I don't know. It was such a great opening day. What a splash. But maybe whatever philosophy we're using right now with the new hitting coach. But then you start to ask yourself, well, was the last hitting coach really the problem? Because we brought in a new guy, and things are starting to look somehow worse right now. Here's Kyle Manzardo. Cino Perez is out here just to eat up some innings, as Brandon Hyde has basically punted on this game since about the 5th inning. Here's a pop-up to shallow center, Gunnar Henderson, with a long run into right center field. The hell are you doing over there, Gunnar? He makes the catch. Went away. I tell you what. And, you look at the size of this sparse crowd. Oh, man. This is so bad right now. So bad. And look, folks. You got to understand, from my perspective, this hurts me twice as hard as it hurts the biggest fan out there, because I think I'm tied to the biggest fan out there, so it hurts that much. But then if the team's playing like this, guess what happens to this channel and its chances of having positive growth and people showing up for games consistently going forward? That's going to be taking a hit too. So you feel me? This hurts. This hurts. Where's Howard Jones when you need him? Where is it? All right. Janet nominates me for the manager. Well, unfortunately, I don't have enough experience, in professional baseball to ever be considered. But I do know this. When it comes to managing in-game, I put myself up there with anybody. I honestly do. You can call me delusional all you want. But look, I can't be a manager because that's only one part of the job. I got to sit there and I got to evaluate players. I got to figure out like how to. Yeah, there's things I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing. But I mean, if you want just an in-game manager, if you want a guy in the dugout telling you, let's try this, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I can do that. Manager and GM. All right. Does that pay double? I don't want to take on all this responsibility. All right. Who do we got? I don't know who it is, but I know it's number 42. Get it? Happy Jackie Robinson Day, everybody. We are in the top of the 7th inning. And we got a pinch hitter out here for the Guardians. Scott Blewett is making his Orioles debut right now. And a 0-1 pitch is fouled at the plate, 0-2. So Blewett on the mound. Folks, get your jokes lined up. Janet, I'm keeping an eye on you. Lane Thomas is pinch hitting for Nolan Jones. And he strikes out. Blew it. He blew it right by him.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks, he blew it. Welcome to Baltimore. First pitch off the plate to Arias. He's 2 for 3. I know, Janet, I'm just trying, this is called, preventative. This is prevention. And you know what an ounce of that is worth? Look at the grip on the ball here from Blewett. 2-1. I mean, folks, the Orioles have looked as bad as I have seen since the days of 100+ losses. And we just brought in a guy named Blewett. You can't make this shit up. 3-1 the count on Arias, whatever. Popped up. Shallow center. Mullins is coming in, and now that wind is crazy out there. The wind is moving the ball about 15, 20 feet on a given pop-up. Mullins makes the catch. The inning is over. And, he blew it. He had his chance, and he blew it. We're going to the bottom of the 7th, folks, and, we got a tradition. I can't even do this. We got a tradition around here. You know? And you know what? I'm going to get drunk on some cakes. That's my plan. Folks, throw some cakes on the griddle.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
And you know what? I need to actually stretch. I need to actually do what this part of the game tells me I'm supposed to do. I'm going to stretch. Be right back.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
We're back underway in the bottom of the seventh. New arm out here for the Guardians, a lefty by the name of Joey Cantillo. Joey frickin' Cantillo is on the frickin' mound for the frickin' Guardians. Hey, Joey. Who ate all the ziti, huh? Lane Thomas is in center frickin' field. 2-0 count on Gary Sanchez, and he takes high ball tree. Ball tree. To Gary frickin' Sanchez. The pitch. That one's in there. 3-1. Hey. Is this thing on? That one's lined and backhanded in the hole at short. Sanchez is out. Wow, he got down the line faster on that ground ball. He somehow got to the bag faster on that one. Okay, whatever. Said Mullins. He takes a low for ball ones. Mullins has a hit tonight. He's got a stolen base, and he's also walked. Said is the only guy doing anything.
Well said, now you know what to do.
The 1-0. That one's lifted, golfed out to center field, back to the track, and that ball hits off the top of the wall. Is that a home run? It is. Bye-bye birdie. Said Mullins gets us on the board. He's been a one-man show. I don't know if the other 8 guys in this lineup are going to do anything to help us somehow come back in this one. But boy, Said Mullins, what a night. He's doing whatever he's doing, just copy him. Hooray for Said. Line drive. That is a foul ball into the corner and down the right field corner. Ramon Laureano. Oh, that's right, El Duderino. That's right. Yeah, where is he? Calvin Barnes, where are you? Calvin, where are you, buddy? Go to my Discord. I took a screenshot of that comment. It's up for everybody to look at forever. This pitch is in the dirt. Ah, yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. Well, Ozman, enjoy the rest of the night off. That's the difference. You don't call my team a garbage-ass team. You can call this a garbage-ass performance. You want to call this game a garbage-ass performance? We're playing like garbage? It's a fine line. And, you know, that's how it works. I mean, it's easy. If the team is garbage, you just, you know, you probably want to find something else to watch anyway. This one's hit foul off to the right. 1-2 on Laureano. 6-1. Half dozen the other. What? That pitch is low, 2-2. I'm on a bit of a, you know, what can I tell you? I'm on a bit of a mean streak, I guess. Swing and a miss on a changeup on the outside edge. And that is a strikeout of Laureano. He was supposed to be able to hit lefties, right? Wasn't that the idea? He's seen two different lefties tonight, and okay. Jorge Mateo takes a called strike at the knees on the inside edge. Mateo is 0 for the season. That is a called strike 2, same spot. He can probably hit lefties. You think that's what they were saying in the front office meeting when they're like going through all the paperwork, all these players, like they're looking for a certain kind of player? This ball's to right field, and Mateo has got himself an extra base hit. It'll hit up against the bottom of the wall. Mateo will coast in a second base. Don't do the rod and reel thing. Don't do the rod and reel thing. Don't do it. Mateo has his first hit, and it's a double. So we do this.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Folks, there is a slight tinge of moisture, and we've got a pitching change. Double rainbow. Look at that. It's starting to look like a triple rainbow. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. That's one of my favorite YouTube clips ever, by the way. The double rainbow guy is my spirit animal. I don't know. He's a person, though. Can a person be your spirit animal? I don't know. He's my spirit person. Double rainbow guy. It's starting to look like a triple rainbow. Oh, God. You guys know the video I'm talking about, I hope. This video's got to be, 10, 15 years old at this point? Earlier YouTube days. Oh, I'm sure I'll be okay. He put out some pretty good merch. I wanted a double rainbow shirt. I never got one. Besides, people might get the wrong idea. Oh, Janet, look it up right now. Take a break from watching this garbage and just look up double rainbow guy. I mean, there's like parody songs with it in there. It was a smash hit. It's just some dude tripping balls on mescaline or mushrooms or something out in his yard, living in the middle of bum F, Wyoming or something. And you got a big old rainbow. You got a big old rainbow all the way across the sky. I know, Jew Brownie. Sometimes you miss stuff. It happens. Here's a line drive smothered by the second baseman over to first in time. Damn. We almost got another run, but we didn't. Mullins goes yard. The Orioles get one on the board. We go to the 8th inning. It's the Guardians 6. The Orioles 1. It is safe for the kids. It is safe for the kids. I don't think he swears at all. He's a very happy, positive energy guy, and that's what makes the video so appealing, for me anyway, is that this guy is basically feeling euphoria and the best possible, like he's at one with nature. Him and nature are, they are locked in. They're linking up. Is the hat pissed off? Where is the hat? Holy Toledo! The hat is not in his usual place. The hat is so disappointed in what's happened tonight that I think the hat just left. Wow. I'll wear my special John Bacon umpire hat. There we go. That covers my... By the way, I'm going to get my... Next time I go to the barber, I'm going to try to get the John Bacon. I'm going to try to get the product, whatever he's using. If I can just push it up and make it look like, I don't know. I'm going to work on it, though. All hail King BW. That's right. A little Dapper Dan. But Dapper Dan, that gives you that wet look. He's got the dry blowout. He's got that dry hair. That kind of hair that, like, if you light a match within like 5 feet, will probably just go up in flames. It's like tumbleweed. All right. Top of the 8th. Blewett is out there, and first pitch is a called strike. Aquanet. Yeah, a little Aquanet. That stuff gets your hair nice and crispy. Turns your hair into like croutons. That's a foul ball. It's 0-2. Angel Martinez at the plate. He had that big extra base hit his last time up. 2 hits tonight. And that pitch is bounced in there for ball 1. Oh, yeah. I'm over here now. Oh, boy. We are... Jimmy Johnson. This ball's hit on the ground and through the right side, a base hit. Martinez has 3 hits. Who is this kid? He's become our newest guardian to worry about. He had no problem going up to hit this fastball and pulling it on the ground into right field for a leadoff single. He looks like he can run, too. Here is a breaking ball inside to Bo Naylor, who has a sacrifice fly tonight. Boy, look at that. Look at that bling hanging off of Martinez's neck there. He's got a giant number 1 made out of diamonds, I'm guessing. I mean, this looks like something Flava Flav would be too bashful to wear. Really, dude? Okay, you're number 1, all right. That pitch is high, 2-0. Yeah, if I got a major league contract, I'd like to spend 70% of that money on a necklace. It's a good idea. Here is a pop-up. Third base side and out of play. King of Birds. Hey, you know there's a REM song called King of Birds off the album Document. I'm a big REM fan. 2-1 pitch is fouled away. 2-2. You got a sudden urge for a whopper? I've got a sudden urge for some morphine. Two and two the count. And step off the rubber. Whatever smattering of a crowd we had here tonight is... We're down to that time of the game and where, you know, no matter where you bought your ticket, you can probably go sit right next to the dugout if you'd like. Surely the ushers aren't enforcing any seating rules at this stage. I mean, if your team's done this bad, you better let me sit down close. 2-2 the count on Bo Naylor. Runner at first, nobody out. Top of the eighth. Blew it from the belt. There goes the runner. And the pitch is low. The throw is late. And this kid, Martinez, has got everything going on with his game. This dude's hitting seventh in the order. Got a feeling they're going to be moving him up pretty soon. He only had 10 at-bats on the season coming into this game. But he was 5 for 10. So hot right out of the gate. And tell you what. Got a triple, a stolen base. 3 hits altogether, 2 runs. Where did Blewett come from? Was he DFA'd? Well, that doesn't make sense. If you're DFA'd, that means you're leaving, not coming in. Oh, maybe you think somebody else DFA'd? No, I think it was a trade. I think it was one of those. I could be wrong. I should double check, Michael. Maybe it was a waiver pickup. Maybe. But I think it was one of those cash consideration trades. Oh, it is a waiver claim? Okay. Sorry. Rocchio at the plate, and he's got a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. He got cut by the Twins. Thank you, Nicholas. So, yeah, he was DFA'd by the Twins. We scooped him up and immediately gave him a spot on the roster like this. And he'll be here probably until Saturday when the Orioles will need to decide on who's going to pitch in that open spot left by Zach Eflin. We were able to delay that quote-unquote emergency start because of the off day yesterday. That ball's crushed to right field by Rocchio, but it's right into the glove of Tyler O'Neill. Martinez will tag and get to third, but there's 2 down in the inning. So, yeah, Blewett might be here for this series and maybe even the Friday game as well. But come Saturday, looking more and more like Brandon Young is going to make his Major League debut, first start for the Orioles. Now then, you might want to know an update on Kyle Gibson as Stephen Kwan takes the first pitch strike. He's 2 for 3. Typical Kwan night. Next pitch is low. 1-1. Who was I about to talk about? I forget. Crap. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, yeah, Gibson is outside, 2-1. Gibson made his second rehab start last night. It didn't go all that well, but he did get up to 63 pitches. As Kwan fouls this one away, it's 2-2. So, conventional wisdom would say Gibson's going to make one more start, and then he'll be called up. So, he'll most likely take the spot that Young is going to take on Saturday. The question is whether or not Young is going to make just the one start, or does it work out where he might need to make 2, because I was trying to work it out in my head. I think Gibson might be 1 day short on rest if he were to pitch like when we need him for that next start, which would be next Thursday. Here's a ground ball to third, charged by Westberg, throws on the run and gets the speedy Kwan. Nice play by Westberg to end the inning and save that runner at third from scoring. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Orioles trail it 6-1. Cleveland ahead. Oh yeah, I never even got through the rest of the TED Talk that is our current state of affairs with the injuries. I've got it right here. Where we left off, Chase McDermott and Trevor Rogers. Now, folks, Chase McDermott is somebody that, if he were healthy right now, I think we'd be giving him a shot. But he's not so far. He might be the first one available out of this lot. Quote, Chase McDermott and Trevor Rogers are on similar timetables right now, so I'm kind of lumping them together, but they're both multiple bullpens deep, got their velocity built up. They're getting ready to face live hitters in Florida next week, and we'll take it from there. But these are also guys that are potentials to put themselves in the conversation for activation before the end of the month of May. So again, we're talking about another month, 5 weeks. They might come into consideration. Obviously, I'm not all that excited about what Trevor Rogers might be able to do, but if it's between another Charlie Morton start or Trevor Rogers, sure. Let's see what Trevor Rogers can do. Colton Cowser update. Quote, I don't have much of an update. He's got a broken bone in the tip of his thumb. Got to let that heal up. He's in here working hard. He's staying in game shape. He's conditioning. But there's not a whole lot you can do when your thumb is broken. I can't predict exactly how quickly a bone is going to heal, but kind of hopeful for a late May, early June target for him. But we're going to have to take that as it comes with how quickly he heals. So you're looking at a month and a half potentially until we get Cowser back. Enrique Bradfield Jr. By the way, first pitch. No, that's a replay. Never mind. Bradfield. Last Thursday at Bowie. He had a triple and was rounding second base, and he pulled up a little bit. They took an MRI. It's a mild hamstring strain. That's going to be a few weeks. It's not a huge deal. He should be back in the middle of May. Here is Adley Rutschman to lead off, and he takes a breaking ball right in there for strike one. Rutschman is 0 for 3. His average is down to 246. This pitch is upstairs and outside, 1-1. It's something that he could get back to active games by the middle of May. We just have to let his hammy heal up a little bit. He's not had one of these before, and it doesn't look like too severe of an injury as Adley fouls this one away. So hopeful that it's just a run-of-the-mill mild hamstring pull. Samuel Basayo. Somebody was mentioning earlier about Sammy coming up. Well, again, he is currently down with an injury. And I will read you that update here in a moment. 1-2 the count on Rutschman. And he fouls it back. Quote, Sam Basayo, as we know, right after camp broke, had some elbow soreness. That recuperation is going well. However, on April 5th, he pulled his hamstring while DHing in a game. Again, it's looking like a milder hamstring type of strain that's healing. I think we could see him back DHing as Adley strikes out here for the first out in the 8th on a 96-mile-an-hour heater from, is that Cade Smith? New pitcher on for the Guardians. I believe that's Cade Smith. Indeed it is. Here is Tyler O'Neill. And first pitch is a fastball for a strike. Again, it's looking like a milder strain. Could see him back DHing in the Norfolk lineup within a couple of weeks, and we're hoping he's back to catching in the month of May. So Basayo's not even going to be back to catching until at least next month. And then you're trying to build back up from that. 0-2 the count on Tyler O'Neill. This is a high fastball, 1-2. Quote, all these guys are more or less on track, Elias said. We've just got a lot of guys injured right now. Can't wait to get any number of them back, hopefully all of them back. Swing and a miss, and down goes O'Neill. Back-to-back strikeouts by Smith. And other than Ced Mullins, 8 guys in this lineup have done nothing. Here's the update on Gibson. Gibson made his second rehab start with AAA Norfolk today, that being yesterday, and allowed 3 runs and 6 hits in 3 2/3 innings. He threw 63 pitches. Here's a line drive by Gunnar into right, and that ball is going to just hit off the scoreboard. And if that ball is just slightly to the left, that might have snuck out of here for a home run on the roof of the grounds crew shed. But Gunnar, let me amend my statement. He has a 2-hit night. That is a double. There's 2 down and a runner at second base. Gunnar's second 2-bagger of the season. Ryan Mountcastle is the next batter due. And there's a box of some sort, a box of popcorn has made its way out onto the field. So 63 pitches for Gibson, and will remain with the Tides for at least one more outing as the Orioles try to stretch him a little bit farther. So we're looking at right at the start of May, right at the end of the month here. Swing and a miss. So if that's the case, then maybe Brandon Young, unless has a nightmare first game, should be in the rotation for a couple of starts. 0-1 to Mountcastle, fouled back 0-2. Now, we got a quote from Elias regarding trade chatter. The 0-2 to Mountie. Fouled back. The Orioles lost their top 2 starters to injuries, and Elias said there's, quote, still chatter on the trade front. However, there isn't usually much activity in the first full month of the season. Quote, I mean, as recently as today, talking to other GMs trying to line up on trades, he said. This one's lined into left field. That is a base hit and will roll all the way into the left field corner. Gunnar Henderson can walk home. We got ourselves a 2-out RBI double to make it 6-2. Ryan Mountcastle. All right, keep it going.
It's magic, you know.
Third double for Mountie this season. 6-2. And now we're into that part of the order where, yeah, we better see some pinch hitters after Sanchez. First pitch to Gary is outside for ball 1. Sanchez 0 for 3 and is still on 1 hit for the season, average 0.56. Folks, that's my blood alcohol level. That's a line drive. That is a base hit. And here comes a runner in. The throw is cut off, and we're on the board. An RBI single by Sanchez makes it 6-3. All right. Folks.
Do you believe in me?
Why not? Keep the line moving, said Mullins. Nobody you'd rather have up right now than him. And we might get a pitching change. Do they have a lefty they want? They got one out there getting loose. I think they're stalling to give him more time to get ready. It's Tim Herron, a lefty out there. With Mullins coming up. Here comes the umpire to break up this clear strategy to stall for time. Now, as soon as Mullins gets ready to hit, we'll see if the manager pops out and makes a move. I would think that he would. Why else is this lefty getting up right now? Because after Mullins, you don't really have to worry. Well, we're going to pitch to Mullins. Here we go. First pitch. Top of the zone, but guess what? We get the call. That was borderline. Could have been a strike. It's ball 1.
Well said, now you know what to do.
That pitch is up and away. 2-0. Folks. The 2-0. That one is swung on and missed. 2-1. Six to 3. Bottom of the 8th. Pitch. Swing and a miss again. Another fastball, top of the zone. The count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mullins has reached all 3 times previously. A walk, a home run, a base hit, and a stolen base. He's done it all. The pitch. Off the bottom part of the bat, inside out swing. He fouls it away. It's still 2-2. By the way, if we somehow magically complete a comeback, this Burger King crown ain't coming off. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Mullins goes down on a pitch that was above the zone, 95 miles an hour. And the inning is over. But the Orioles are going to make the Guardians go to their closer in the 9th inning unless they add on here in the top half. because it's now a save situation after we get a couple of runs on the board. We go to the ninth. It's Cleveland 6, Baltimore 3. And I got to close this door behind me. Close the door. Close the door. Folks, how you doing? Rob, what's the movie you 100% recommend? Instead of A24. A24, all right. Look, I've been singing the praises of A24 since Under the Skin, like a decade plus ago. Great studio. Really dependable. But past few years, they've started to delve into doing some stuff that's a little too commercial for my liking. I love the balls on A24 to make compelling movies. What was the movie you saw, buddy? Warfare. All right, I need to know who directed this. Let me see if I know this one. Oh, Alex Garland? Oh, hell yeah. There you go. It's the newest Alex Garland movie. This is the guy that made Ex Machina, Annihilation. I will say this, the movie Civil War, that's one of the movies I'm talking about that I wasn't really a fan of. That came out, 2 years ago now? Last year? The way they marketed that movie, they tried to make it look like this giant action-packed, like big summer blockbuster kind of a thing. Here is Matt Bowman out on the mound, and Jose Ramirez is at the plate, a swing and a miss on an 0-1 count, and now it's 0-2. Bowman making his 7th appearance of the season. His ERA just 1.23. Oh, wait, where am I? That pitch is off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So who's in this one? Let's take a look at the cast for Warfare. Pitch is pop fouling out of play. Will Poulter, you want to talk about a indie darling. I mean, Will Poulter, Midsommar, Will Poulter. Oh, he's all over the place now. 1-2 on J-Ram. The pitch is popped up and out of play. And I'm happy to say that a lot of these other actors and actresses I'm not all that familiar with, which is good. A24 doesn't, they keep their budget low by not hiring actors that make 25, 30 million a pop. It's possible, folks. You can find somebody out there who can act. But the thing is, it's like, well, you can't market the movie if you don't have the big name. And that's the whole problem with Hollywood. They rely so much on the marketing of everything that typically they just put out sort of this generic, uninspired, you forget about it 5 minutes after you watch it kind of a movie. A24, they go against the grain. They say, we're going to make movies. Original ideas. young directors with vision that we're going to allow them to have the creative freedom to do what they want. Here is a fly ball by J. Ram to left, and Laureano has it for the first out in the top of the ninth. Yeah, and A24 does a good job of making a smaller budget look pretty big. They're smart. They're trying. Big Hollywood, they're not trying. They're just putting a Band-Aid on just this gradual, like, just shell of a movie that they make shells of movies now. It's like got the facade of a movie, but there's nothing inside. Here's the 0-1 to Carlos Santana, and he drills it to right. That ball is not drilled. Never mind. You know what? I'm going to blame the wind on my inability to read the ball off the bat tonight. Because off the bat, I thought that was going to at least smack off the scoreboard and right. Instead, it is a fly ball that couldn't be any less, considered a deep fly ball. That was just a fly ball to right. 2 down for Kyle Manzardo. Pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Yeah, it's almost like said Mullins. I don't know, man. I'm ready to cut him. Bring up Judd Fabian. Why? And again, I love the fact that you can honestly say that if the All-Star game was played this week and every team is allowed at least one representative, I'm not, maybe one of our guys gets voted in, but if you're talking about a guy getting on the team based on him being the best player, this ground ball to second base, Mateo makes an off-balance throw in time. And the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Emmanuel Clase, he's been a multi-time All-Star and reliever of the year. But I remember reading something about him having a struggle early in the season. We'll see. We'll see what Clase's got. Going to the bottom of the ninth, 6-3. The Guardians ahead. So, yeah, I can tell just by looking at some of the screenshots, this looks like one of those, like, really gritty, like, guerrilla-style filmmaking where you're, like, right there, almost POV with what appears to be some sort of military operation. So I'm going to just assume that it's a treat for the eyes and some impressive filmmaking going on. I'll need to check it out. I hope it plays over here. We get A24 movies over here from time to time, but normally they have to be the ones that they market, the most. Your Robert Eggers movies, your who's my boy? Ari Aster. Yeah, no. But my boy here, what's his face? Alex Garland. He's right up there. So it's got a good chance to play here. I'll probably be here a week. Is it opening week where you are, Rob? Is it this movie just got released? Because if it just came out where you are, it's usually a week, sometimes 2 weeks. April 11th. All right, so it's either going to come out this Friday or next Friday here, if it does show up here. Some movies come out the same time. Some movies come out earlier than in the States. Looking back on it now, it's kind of hilarious, but when the last 3 Star Wars, which the first of those 3 I enjoyed, The Force Awakens, I think, is the secondary title. Anyway, because I'm 12 hours ahead or what have you, I actually got to watch that movie before anybody in the United States got a chance to see it. That was kind of cool. Like you, I went to Twitter after watching the movie. Nobody knew anything. I didn't spoil anything, though. Anyway, I digress. Heston Kjerstad is going to step up and pinch hit for Jorge Mateo. And why not? It's the bottom of the ninth. Excuse me, he's on for Laureano. Check that. That makes more sense. If this game were to extend into extra innings, then yeah, you're going to want Kjerstad replacing Laureano, and then Mateo will probably have Holiday pinch hitting. We still got Ryan O'Hearn, another lefty on the bench. Kjerstad fouls this one away. It's a ball and a strike. Folks, my apologies. I'm sure my next door neighbors wishes I'd do this myself more often. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball top of the zone. Kjerstad's average at 222. That means he's either 2 for 9 or 4 for 18. I'm going to guess 4 for 18. Pitch. Inside. 2-2. Did we get a final in that Yankee game earlier? And what's going on with those pesky Red Sox and those terrible Toronto people? That one is low and in, full count. Red Sox are up 7-4 on the Rays in the bottom of the ninth with 2 out. So Boston on the verge of winning. The Yanks won. Jeez. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, 98 miles an hour. And Kjerstad is toast. One away. Blue Jays won as well. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Damn, damn, damn. James. That one's smoked by O'Hearn in the right, and it's a attempted diving catch that it looks like the fielder out there might have hurt his hand, might have jammed it into the ground or even landed on it. His throwing hand appears to have taken the worst of this attempted catch. So we got a base runner. Ryan O'Hearn is on with a smack pinch hit in the right. Actually, that ball, on second look, probably should have been caught. Oh, the ball landed on his arm. No, not his wrist. It landed just below, like, the middle of his arm. Or at least that's how I saw it. Thanks for the explanation, guys. If given an opportunity to watch a replay, I'll probably figure it out. Now, I'm looking right here. Yeah, it's not, that didn't hit off his hand. That ball definitely hit off his forearm. But it might have stung and he can feel it in his hand, which is possible. He's staying in the game. There's 1 out and a runner at first base. So Kjerstad pinch hit for Laureano. O'Hearn just pinch hit for Mateo. I guess they'd rather have his bat and then just throw Holiday out there as a defensive replacement. Or Urias, you have an option. Jordan Westburg is up, and we need one more base runner to make things interesting. There's 1 out, runner at first, 6-3 ball game. First pitch is called a strike, and that was inside. No comment. Pitch, swing and a miss, in under the hands at 99. I mean, how do you hit that? 0-2. Pitch. You got a piece of this one, but it's popped straight up on the infield. Second baseman just backing up onto the grass in the outfield makes the catch. And the Orioles are down to their final out. They still need another base runner to even make this a possibility. Tyler O'Neill, if he gets on base, it would be Gunnar Henderson coming up as the tying run. And Gunnar, again, 2 hits tonight. He actually looks pretty locked in. So cross your fingers. Excuse me, it's Adley Rutschman. And then I screwed up. Now that was a screw up. Now that was a screw up. First pitch to Rutschman's a strike. I was looking ahead one batter too much. It's Rutschman up, O'Neill on deck. Gunnar is 2 batters away. My apologies. 0-1 on Adley. Pitch. He went after a high fastball and fouled it back, and we're down to our last strike. Rutschman is 0 for 4. His average now 241. It's going to be in the 230s if he doesn't get a hit here. Oh and 2, 2 out in the bottom of the 9th. Orioles trailing by 3. Clase's pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks, we're going to do it again tomorrow night. A reminder, if you were here on time for this one, the next 2 games, next couple of evenings start a half hour earlier at 6:30. 1-2 pitch is hit to left, and that ball is going to be caught over the shoulder for the final out. Out there in left field by Stephen Kwan. Quite a catch to win the ball game. Adley going opposite field. If he had just found some real estate, then we bring that tying run up to the plate. That ball even kind of moved out of the glove of Kwan a little bit. It started in his down closer to the heel, and the ball moved up to the webbing at the top of the glove. That could have a lot of could-ups. A lot of could-ups, folks. Ah, boy. Final score. Guardians 6, Orioles 3. Cleveland with 6 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. The Orioles 3 runs on 8 hits. Most of those hits coming in the final few innings here. We finally got some runs up on the board, 1 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th. But it was already 6-0 at that point. So what's the expression? Too little? Too late? Something like that? Logan Allen gets the win, his first of the year. Charlie Morton is now 0-4 with his ERA currently at 8.84. Cionel Perez came into a game where we couldn't afford to give up more, and what did he do? 3 hits and a run. His ERA went down after that performance to 14.21. Blewett came into the ball game, an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, no walks, couple of strikeouts. Welcome to the team, Scott Blewett. We might need you. Folks, I want somebody off of this team tomorrow. I want somebody replaced. Will it be Mateo? He got a hit tonight. That final at bat, he got a double. Will it be Perez? He has stunk it up in every appearance, and I'm sorry, but how can you feel good calling on him? One of those guys, Laureano's hitting .077. Somebody, we gotta make a change on one of these guys, because not only, I'm not saying all three guys, but if you take one guy out of the equation, let everybody else know that, hey, pick it up or you're next. Oh, let's doge this thing. Sorry. Yeah. Let's talk about tomorrow night's game. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. We're being more efficient. That's what we're doing. Tomorrow night, what do we got? Yo, Spike, I got the Mots. What do you got? Huh? That's our 10th loss of the season, by the way. We are now 6-10. 6-10. Last place. What are we? 3.5 games now behind the Yankees. I'm starting to get angry. This is angry BW. So tomorrow, 6:30. I'll be on the air actually at 6:20. And then first pitch is at 6:35. I think that's how it's working. It's going to be Dean Kramer against Gavin Williams. Okay? Once again, that's Dean Kramer, who we're trying to find a decent start from him for the first time this year. He did pitch in a win in his first start, right? That was game 3 against the Blue Jays, but we gave him 9 runs. That's what's bothering me, folks. Take a look at this. Our first 3 wins of the season, we scored 12 runs, 9 runs, and 8 runs. First 3 losses of the season, 2 runs, 1 run, 0 runs. We had an 8-1 win in Kansas City. We've lost 9-0. We lost that game in extras against Toronto. That final game on Sunday. It's just, oh, God. What in all the types of blue hell? Dean Kramer against Gavin Williams tomorrow night. Get here at 6:20, 6:25, something like that. Get yourself here a little bit early so you can get caught up on all the stuff. And speaking of stuff, one last peek at what Mike Elias was saying regarding trades. It's just rare in April, he says. The motivation and sort of the clarity is not usually there. Doesn't mean you don't try. Doesn't mean you don't have the conversations, and certainly gathering the information helps. But we're working. We're always looking outside and inside to bolster the team. Inside, meaning bringing guys along to the minor leagues as best we can. Outside, whether it's a major trade, which again, it's not typically something that happens in April, or it's waiver moves, small trades, depth moves. We're working on them, and we've done that throughout the years, throughout the season. But yeah, I think that it's early for a flurry of major trade activity. It doesn't need to be a flurry, Mike. A flurry would imply several transactions. We don't need a flurry. We need like just one major storm, i.e. one big arm. Trade for him. He's got some more stuff to talk about. He's talking about Corbin Burns a little bit. Whatever. It's out there. Go to Rockabotko's Twitter if you want to read more. But there's your updates on our team in terms of injuries and timetables or lack thereof. I've been saying it for about a week now, folks. Things are probably going to get ugly before they get better. Look at this. Since we started 3-2, and yes, there was a day where we had a winning record. We were 3-2. Since then, we are 3-8. 3-8. And of course, it's no surprise that start had Eflin involved, and then since Eflin's gone down, it's been a disaster. It has been a disaster. And yet, I know Henry kind of went off there, Janet, but let me take a look. Let me see what Henry's trying to say here. No, just disgusting. Yeah. Henry, you know, I get it, Henry. I feel like for your own health, it might be best for you to not tune into the team for a while and wait for things to get better. What do we do, Henry? I mean, I'm seriously trying to address it right now. Like, all you can do is, you know, in terms of player personnel, first of all, I still think if you take about 3 players out of the equation, the other 23 guys on this roster, I'm fine with, and I think they're a playoff roster. Okay? Now, management and upper management, I feel like the onus is more on them. And I feel like Cody Ashe needs some explaining to do with what's going on as our new pitching coach, or our new hitting coach. I mean, we brought him in to help figure out what the hell went wrong with this team offensively in the second half last year. And we got off to some nice batting averages. Everything is dropping, man. We have scored. There's only been one loss this season where we have scored more than 3 runs. We've had a 0, a 3, a 1, a 2, another 0, a 1, and another 2. For a team that I know can hit. I know this team can hit. These are the same guys. They're not. It's not like, oh, well, all these guys are old now, so the overall, you know, performances are going to start to see a decline. No, these are guys that are either in their peak or not even there yet. So if I know that they could do what they did for the last 2 years, what the hell? How the hell else do you explain this? I feel like it's got to be on the coaching. I mean, it's hard to not point fingers at this point. That's something. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's my analysis. I think the hitters need better coaching at this point. With the exception of a few guys that I feel like we can probably move on from completely. I mean, get me the male machine up here. I miss my machine. Hit 100 likes? One more to 100 likes? Oh, hey. Do me a favor and hit that like button, and then I'll sign off at 100, okay? I need some breakfast. My stomach is growling. Or it just might be angry. I don't know, but it's growling. And then I got to check the listings for showtimes, see if that movie is playing here or not. Folks, could one of you... You see, Henry is apologizing. You see, Henry's just having a freak out. Again, it's the earmuff 8th. Ms. Janet, everybody else, earmuff 8th inning. Just the one thing I want you guys to remember is you have to separate criticizing the team for its play or for decision making and things like that, that is all well and good and healthy. Just don't crap on the team as a team. That name, Baltimore, that name, Oriole, across the chest, that's representing us. That's our city. Those are our boys out there. And yeah, I don't go along with the we stink. No, we just got some shit we need to figure out, okay? I've seen teams for us that have been bad, and this is not one of those teams. I mean, we got a few bad players, and unfortunately, one of them started the game, the other relieved them, and another guy had a chance with an RBI spot and couldn't come through early in the ball game. So whatever. All right, I'm done talking. I'll get that one. You know what about that 100th like? Here, watch this. I'll cheat. There. Did that do it? There. I liked myself. Yay! And you know what, folks? I do like myself. Why? Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, most people can't stand me. Folks, come on back tomorrow evening. We'll do it again, and I'll try to get the nighttime scene up here going. I forgot to do that. Blame it on that. All right? John Bacon, you suck. And everybody else, have a good night. Oh, wait. One more thing. Gonna check and see if there's another game I can send you to. Oh, and another thing. Let me turn back on the monetization. I did turn off the ads, folks. I didn't make a dime tonight. Nary a dime. And I did that because, again, I'm showing you. I called Mateo an insult. And, yeah. So I punished myself. That's how it works around here, folks. I put my money where my mouth is, and I will punish myself. Hey, by the way, Henny, just so you understand, Henny, because I don't know if I've seen you around. Your language is accepted tonight because I turned on the earmuff filter, which means this game, or, things are going so bad, go ahead and let off some steam. But typically, Henny, we keep it nice and PG-13 here. Okay, so I hope to have you back. I hope to have you feeling good about this team at some point. But I get it. Right now, it's tough. All right, but we're going to wipe a slate clean tomorrow, and the Charm City chat will go back to being charming, at least until it's time to not be charming. Okay? That's a promise from your boy, BW. I love you guys. Through it all. Through all the pain. Through all the pain. Nothing but love. Look at this shine. I swear to God, there's no sweat here. That is the light. From that light. I got to work on stuff. Have a good night, folks, and I'll see you tomorrow night. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.